Did you grab the mask?
What mask?
An extra one.
I don't have an extra one.
I just said you have an extra one.
Oh, I thought you said you think we're really gonna have to wear a mask.
I don't got one.
How do you get in this little thing?
You know what today is? Mullet day. So how does mullet life feel?
Great.
Let's get some mullet action real quick. Oh my.
It's America.
That is a pro mullet if I've ever seen one. Wow.
Yeah,
put your glasses down. That is a mullet.
It's America.
All right, so are you ready to lift this thing out of here? Not really. All right, guys, we got our welding tabletop from our good buddy, got us the hook up. This sucker is like super heavy. We put it in there yesterday.
Who was wearing Crocs?
You should have seen us putting it in here.
Who put it in there?
Me, Brett, and his brother.
Three?
3 of us.
There's 2 now.
There's 2 of us. Well, you count as what?
1 3/4.
All right, guys, so check this out. A little while back, Josh, old JB, was still having problems with his truck, the King Ranch. And what it was doing was when he was like roll on the gas, it would feel like it was like cutting power almost. Like, I'll show you a picture of a data log here, and you can see the fuel pressure drop. You can see it wavy in the data log screenshot. So sometimes that can be caused by the shift on the fly pins not making proper contact in the factory position, which is a whole thing. That's why I always recommend hard wiring in the wires for the shift on the fly switch. So what we did was we snipped them, we used butt connections, and we wrapped them in tape and this and that, and it was still kind of happening. The problem went away for a little bit, but it returned. So what we ended up doing was cutting the wires and soldering them together for good. So you can see right here, shift on the fly wires coming through. We hardwired them together and we wrapped them with some electrical tape. There's heat shrink on there also under the electrical tape. So basically right after we did that, we had a little like truck show thingy last weekend, and we were doing a like quick detail in the truck. So we both pressure washed underneath the hood, the engine bay, and I didn't have this problem with my truck, but his truck went totally haywire from the water. So note to you guys out there at 6'7" PowerStroke, don't pressure wash your engine bay and then start it right away. You want to give it some time to dry out. I mean, I've kind of always lightly pressure washed engine bays off, like not like crushed it with water, but you get it, you know, just a little bit of water, just to mainly get like the road grime and stuff off. But so right after he pressure washed the engine bay, started it up, and the truck went completely haywire. I'm talking like crazy. I'll insert a clip right here. Check this out. So we're on Easy Link, it's hooked up. We're in JB's truck. So key on, everything works. It's good, good, good. Air conditioner comes on, radio's on. #1 for new music. Everything's reading. There's a code. Which is weird. So that's what we're coming up with codes, but then when we go to start it, so everything works for a second, and then all of a sudden, all power goes dead. Like, that's off now. That usually turns off, but now it's still working. Oh, nope, see, like it just turned off. And the truck's still running. What the heck is up with that? So yeah, it would, you could turn it on, you could start it, everything would be working, and then all of a sudden, internally in the cab, the whole cab would go dead. Nothing would work. The gauge cluster, the windows, the radio, nothing would work. You couldn't pull it in and out of gear, which was like super scary. It was throwing all kind of codes, and the truck would still be running. Like, the engine would be fully operational. You could rev the gas, it would be sitting there, it would sit there and idle forever. So we're like, shoot. Talked to SPE Dan, and we gave him the codes that it was pulling, and he traced it back to something with the ABS module was causing a short. So probably something in the whole ABS circuit got wet and kind of was causing like a serious short to the whole system, which is super odd. To this day, we still don't know what was happening. And also, whenever the power was off in the cab and the truck was still running, it was overcharging the batteries. It was sending like 17, what?
It was like 17.3.
Like 17.3 like volts to the batteries. The charging system was sending out the batteries. So it ended up like almost exploding the batteries. They were like spewing out of like the vent holes on the battery, which was super sketchy. Almost exploded the batteries. So we are now a week into this. A week later, we just put 2 new batteries on the truck, and on the dash it still says check charging system service required, or something like that. So basically we're gonna go test the truck to see if it dried out and also to see if the shift on the fly switch problem is solved, because this will be a good note to you guys out there. Solder your wires together. All right, we're ready to run the actual data log now. Hold on, let me record this. Record data log. All right, we're going. You can hammer it. Dude, it's perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no bump. Complete straight line. The orange is behind the yellow. So you got injection pressure is yellow, and then the actual readout is orange, and it is directly behind the yellow. That is 100% what we're after. All right, guys, we made it back to the shop. It like literally started pouring like crazy bad. All right, so anyways, I looked over these data logs really quick, and we have 0 fuel pressure drop. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna play a log that we took the last time we were doing this, and you can see, so do you see that orange line like going absolutely haywire? That is actual injection pressure. So you see it bumping right there, boom, 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 boom. The bar is going over it currently right now, and then it does it again, whoop, 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 whoop. That is injection pressure like spiking up and down, which is getting super weird. Now we were thinking that was from the shift on the fly switch not making proper contact. So it's making contact and it was kind of going in and out. So that is the old data log. Now here is the data log from today with the switch hardwired in. Now orange injection pressure is behind yellow injection pressure, which is, there you go, zoomed in a little bit. So the orange injection pressure is absolutely completely firm all the way behind the thing. Now this is after the hardwire of the switch, meaning soldering it in, not just using butt connections. So that only brings us to it being the switch making improper contact. Now that was with butt connections on that first log I showed you, where the orange injection pressure was like going crazy. And also really good news, the truck's dried out.
For now.
The service charging system is still on because it was sending like crazy power to the batteries when the cab, it was going really haywire. So 2 lessons from today's video. Make sure you hardwire your switch in, meaning solder it in. And second thing, don't pressure wash your engine bay with water, because
it fucks shit up.